Does it count down? Welcome back to episode 53. This is Sammy and Marissa's husbands coming to you live from Boone, North Carolina, disaster vacation.
All right. Welcome, friends, students, family. Hopefully you're not all weirdos. We are on our little disaster vacation in North Carolina, right? So we ended up coming on the trip. Roads weren't too bad on the way here. We took one road specifically that literally looked like we were driving through a war zone. I honestly don't even know how they cleared it because there was trees down everywhere, power lines. But you know, sucks for that place. But we are here. Boone didn't really look like it was damaged too bad.
Yeah, there were spots. Marissa even mentioned that it didn't look like it was that bad, but I think at this point it's been a month. A lot of the stuff's probably been cleared. And I don't think Boone Banner Oak got hit like the southern North Carolina.
Right. Yeah. I think overall they need the tourism and stuff like that. But really what we're gonna do, this is a short episode today. We actually got some friends here that might chime in on the podcast, but we're sitting out by the fire and we're at our house. Wes, Mike, Corey, and Allie are making dinner. It's their night, it's taco night. I'm sure Wes hasn't seasoned his meat. But
Salt and pepper only.
Meat flavored.
We'll heckle them good after that. But yeah, so a little bit about the vacation. So we got here Friday night, right? Most of us got here anywhere between 4 and like 8. We did dinner, so we did like burgers, hot dogs, stuff like that. And then it was just fun, like catching up with everybody. I know you see people majority of the time, but you know, I don't really get to see people like that. So it was nice. It's been nice being with everybody.
First time I've had beef since Christmas Eve. And I think it took a day to kind of fully get through my system before the pain started, but it started.
Yeah, Karen, our Airbnb host, she's gonna have a plumbing issue.
It is a septic tank, and there's a little sign that says don't flush, wipes, feminine products. So I've had to use toilet paper, which I'm not used to. I typically use wipes.
You a wipe guy?
I'm a wipe guy, yeah.
Is it not cold?
On your butt?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, it's like room temperature.
You have like a baby wipe warming machine?
No. It's just it's a fucking wipe. Have you never used a butt wipe?
I have, only when I've shat in the woods.
I'm pretty sure those wipes say don't flush.
Yeah, you don't flush
Definitely
them.
don't flush those. Yeah, which is responsible of you to not flush.
I don't flush them, but then the bathroom trash can is gross, and you have to take it out all the time.
You put those in your trash can?
Oh yeah,
that's kind of nasty.
It's
That
disgusting.
seems like a lot.
But I'm not fucking up my plumbing just because I have to.
Oh no, definitely. Just use toilet paper.
I get itchy butt.
Wipe that.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what?
How'd this turn into this?
I don't know. I truthfully don't know. Let's talk about the house. So house review.
I think house overall 9.1 out of 10. Area 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
My only downside is it's cool that they're separated, but I would like everybody to be all in one.
Yeah, so the house has a main house and a guest house. The guest house was definitely an addition. The guest house has a garage underneath that we don't have access to. But there's a little kitchenette and 2 bedrooms in there. The main house, I think, is 3 bedrooms upstairs, a living room, and then 2 bedrooms downstairs with like another living area that has some games. They got shuffleboard, a little ping pong, beer pong area, and stuff like that. We've been mainly hanging out upstairs. The boys have been downstairs doing the games. But I would agree with you. Location, we have a nice little creek in the backyard that the porch overlooks. Elite coffee drinking porch.
Oh, for sure.
Elite.
I was out there a long time this morning with Kevin and Corey.
Yeah, good stuff. We got a hot tub in the little middle catwalk area between the guest house and the main
Too
house.
much water.
Look, we did have a hiccup with the hot tub. We're not the smallest of individuals. A lot of volume, a lot of mass.
It's not well suited for, mass moves mass.
Mass moves mass. And in our case, mass moves water.
Yeah,
And-
lots of it.
And out of the hot tub is what
Hundreds of
a
gallons.
lot of overflowing. So now the hot tub is about a quarter way full.
Oops.
Fat.
But we had an incident. The girls got in the hot tub today, and there's a lot less mass on the girls than there is the boys. So they don't fill up the hot tub as much when they get in it. And they try to turn the jets on. Well, when the water doesn't rise over where the jet squirts out from, it shoots like a fire hose everywhere.
I'm honestly, that could have cut skin. It was coming out hard.
It was super. That was wild. We thought there was I don't even know what we thought happened.
Blood curdling
I think
screams.
someone mentioned there may be a bear.
Oh, well, thank goodness, because none of us really got over there quick.
We were just like, I wonder if they're all right. But yeah, my review, I think, on the house, I'd say high sevens. Location, I would agree with you, tens. The house is a little older. The decks need work.
Oh, the house 9.1, the decks 1.3.
Decks are bad.
Yeah.
The grill.
Yeah.
The
Grill, the moldy grill. Yeah, actually, maybe my review was a little too high.
Yeah, we couldn't cook burgers on the grill because it's literally coated with mold.
Yeah.
But that's going in the Airbnb review. They'll hear about that one. But yeah, overall, like we did a little hike down in our babbling brook, and we walked a ways, honestly.
I would
Impressive
call it
feats of
I would call it a
athleticism.
crickling creek.
A crickling creek versus babbling brook.
But yeah, I'm honestly impressed with everybody, and I'm not going to say there are certain people who aren't as coordinated, and they did well.
Yeah, there's two that are coming to mind.
They made it.
Possibly one of the wives that's name is in the podcast title.
And perhaps their best friend.
Oh, I was thinking more of the ones that are cooking tacos right now.
Oh,
They did surprisingly
yeah,
well.
they
Those didn't go.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
those two would have been fine. That is surprising. The
They did surprisingly well.
ACL Terry was doing all right down there,
A seal Terry.
and he was actually doing very well. He was a little too confident for my taste.
He was confident. He was moving a little quick when we were going down those
Yeah.
hills. It's a little worried.
There's nothing wrong with being cautious.
Nothing wrong. So we gave our reviews of the house. What is our favorite part of the vacation so far? I know we're kind of winding down, right? It's Sunday night. We're leaving. We check out at 10 tomorrow. Obviously the vacation isn't over yet, but I feel like we've hit that.
We're on the downswing.
We're on the downswing for sure.
I would say my favorite part, hot tub is essential, but I wouldn't say that was my favorite part. Probably just the hanging out. The winery was really cool.
The winery was really cool.
I wasn't fucked up at the winery, but when we got back, it was a nice base level that allowed me to get pretty sauced.
Yeah, so we went to this winery. It was not Banner Elk Winery, Grandfather Winery and Vineyards, and way bigger than I was expecting. They just opened Thursday because they got some significant damage from the hurricane. So we got there. They had live music. They had food truck, which food truck was surprisingly well. Kevin, you got a what sandwich did you get?
It was called the Iron Horse.
Iron
It
Horse.
was roast beef.
Havarti, arugula, spicy pickles, and like a horseradish sauce of some kind, and it was bomb.
Yeah, you ate that in like 45 seconds. So
Hey man, you gotta go fast when you're my size.
that's fair.
You got to eat to grow.
You gotta eat the grill.
The growing bit.
I got the goat. It was
Oh, you got a
prosciutto,
sandwich too.
goat cheese, and some type of jam. I think it was fig jam.
Doesn't caproni mean some sort of goat, naked goat?
No, not naked. It means goat.
It means goat.
Yeah, it's a goat.
Okay.
It's a caproni is plural because eyes.
Eyes are
Yeah.
mm,
It's goat.
herd of small goats.
Nanny goats.
All right. Yeah, I think my favorite part, honestly, is waking up, going down, and just drinking coffee, sitting on the porch, and just chatting with people. Like this morning, I got up pretty early. Marissa got up pretty early. Me and Marissa sat down there for like 30 minutes drinking coffee, which me and Marissa don't really get to hang out that much. So I think it was cool. We just got to sit down there and chat, and then Sammy got up, Tyler got up, everybody got up, and we just kind of hung out down there. It's fun.
Yeah, I think the downstairs is better for the coffee. Downstairs outside.
I think so too. Upstairs has a better view
Yeah.
of the creek. Downstairs just seemed more homey.
Definitely.
Also, the fire has been a hit. We are men who make fire.
Yeah, and women have no business being anywhere near a fire.
Right.
And
They shouldn't even be able to enjoy
Shut your ass up.
the fruits of the fire.
we're only saying that because there's one women in our presence, and women are hard to come by in the podcast setting.
That's true.
One episode with Marissa, I think that was the only.
Yeah.
And a couple snickers here and there from them in the background. But
Okay, so I think this needs to be discussed. The utter domination
oh yeah.
that happened in terms of just really everything.
Yeah, it's been honestly pretty fucking embarrassing for everybody else. 4-1 in beer pong, undefeated in cornhole.
0-2 in shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard's not a real sport, and
Shuffleboard's not a real
honestly, this is our podcast. Don't talk unless we ask you. um,
Just keeping it real.
it's got to be a devil's advocate. It's got to be a devil's advocate. We did not perform in shuffleboard. We only played one game though.
You want people. Oh,
Trey
Trey
lost
played too.
because he had
I
fake
played with
partner.
West though.
Fake
Yeah,
partner.
yeah.
Wes is typically solid at shuffleboard though. I'll
He
give him
was in his
credit.
head all
Slight
weekend now.
handicap.
Yeah, he's been. He's god awful.
He also throws a cornhole bag with his right foot forward,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
that's
weird.
Well, in fairness, so does Tyler, but
I'm good though, so it doesn't matter.
uh,
You're not going to tell Sean Marion to change his jump shot.
but me and Michael Foreign on shuffleboard. Just saying.
Yeah, that's it. You did perform in shuffleboard. I think there was a little bit discrepancy in terms of the rules and where we can release the puck from, but whatever. We're not gonna make excuses. We lost.
It got cloudy.
Yeah. But really beer pong cornhole, we had one blemish on our beer pong record, and really we were just so tired of winning.
I was bored, and you don't want to be so good that nobody else can join
But
their vacation.
We played down the competition.
Of course, yeah. And we lost to a really shitty team. Corey and Chris are fucking terrible.
Yeah,
It's really not Corey. It's Tingo that brings him down. But that's what he gets for choosing that partner.
Yeah. All right, so I think as this vacation is dwindling down, it's time to ask the question of where to next year.
Oh. Well, we've done mountains. So this would be our first official group trip.
Yeah.
Not counting other smaller
Yeah,
ones
I
like
think
Oak
we've-
Island.
Yeah, Oak Island is definitely one we've had, but I think this is the inaugural fringe trip. This is the first annual.
Next year, we'll have 2 more people. Hopefully, Drew and Casey can come.
Yes.
Mountains are great, but I think we do something different.
Yeah, I think the mountains are good because typically it's a bigger house.
Yeah.
A little bit of space where we can all be together. I was thinking Lake House could be fun.
Ooh, I love a lake house.
Lake House could be fun.
Like Gaston potentially.
Lake Gaston, right? Something that's
Lake
still
Norman.
decently, right? Decent drive. So we'll have to do some planning with that, but I think a lake house could be fun. Potentially get a boat.
Hear me out though.
Yeah.
Helen, Georgia.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of very good things. They've got like a whole town that's like built like Germany,
Yeah.
and there's like a river that flows through it. I've heard excellent things about Helen, Georgia. That we could probably do.
So
And I think Kevin is a little behind on the podcast because Trey just went on an Oktoberfest trip to Allen, Georgia.
I've been listening to a book. I'm a couple weeks behind.
no, it's all good. Helen was really cool. Really cool. We stayed in like a little house. It was a cabin out there, and it was about 20 minutes outside of Helen, but we went there for the Oktoberfest. But really, we didn't even need to do the actual Oktoberfest. The whole town is German. It's a Bavarian village,
I've
and
heard
like
it's so cool.
it's really cool. I think we would have a great time in somewhere like that. It's that is another mountain trip, but it would be more focused on
The town.
Yeah.
So
I like that idea. This is obviously not a next year thing.
Mhm.
But eventually, I'd like to do actual Oktoberfest, and that probably won't be a whole group trip.
Like Germany? or
Yeah,
something?
like legit Oktoberfest,
Okay.
That would be very fun.
and also
Um,
very expensive.
Yeah.
Also, actual Oktoberfest in Germany is in September.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Everybody can pay for my ticket,
Your ticket?
my ticket, because my birthday. Okay, let's cut that part out.
Sure, dude. All right, so I think we got a good basis on, maybe where to next year potentially. So let's wrap up disaster vacation and move into some random questions. This is going to be a sort of
Shorter episode.
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 We're not really going to get into the sports as much just because,
Mainly because both of our teams are fucking bad,
yeah,
and Syracuse and Carolina also bad.
bad. Even though Carolina
Carolina
did
wins.
beat the hell out of Virginia this weekend.
Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But we had a listener ask a question, and it's kind of on the topic of sports. Carolina freshman quarterback named Hudson Wilharm. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's a walk-on. He played at Hoggard. Really good player at Hoggard. Broke some records. Had a really good career. He is a redshirt freshman this year. Not getting any playing time, obviously, but so nobody really knows how he's doing. The question is, am I rooting for him because he's a Wilmington kid, or does our Hoggard hatred make me kind of want to see him fail?
Do you want my opinion on it first? Since I don't really have I hate Hoggard as much as the next guy, but
Yeah,
I
go
didn't
for
play
it.
football.
Go
So
for it.
I'm pulling for, I think we're far enough removed, 11 years. I don't really care that much anymore about that. Wilmington native trumps the high school rivalry. It's not like we played against him.
I would agree 100%. I think even if we played against someone that went to Hoggard, I would still root. Like if someone
Stillman White.
Stillman White, right? I was rooting for him. Kadeem went to Hanover. We were rooting for him in the NBA.
Yeah.
Just people like that. I like to see people from the port city do well. So I'm definitely rooting for him. He's a big dude. He's like 6'5", and we're having some serious quarterback issues right now. So I think it'd be awesome to see him potentially next year, see where he lands in the depth chart, and potentially get in some games and hopefully do well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the question on that. Question number 2, I think we'll wrap it up after this. How do you toast your s'more?
I burn it immediately, and then I go with a cool center. Immediately.
Cool center fried on the outside. Okay, I don't do it like that.
Well, you're
Because
I
I'm
mean,
normal.
it's America, and you're
Yeah.
entitled to be wrong.
I roast it evenly, and then I crisp it one final time. I light it on fire before I put it on my chocolate and cracker.
I think that says a lot about our personalities. It's pretty, on
Yeah.
par with how
Yeah,
we
I'm,
are.
I'm
AJ.
patient, thorough.
I'm passionate and fiery and smooth on the
wrong.
middle.
Smooth and chunky.
Okay, well, the chunky part was, we could have got by with just smooth.
All right, well that's all we got for this episode. You got anything to add before we call it?
Fuck the Jets. It was
Yeah.
honestly, I did not want to watch the game anyway, but everybody was watching football. So I figured I'll pull the game up on my laptop, and I had an awful time watching
Yeah,
it.
that was bad. That was bad. RIP.
RIP.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
That's good stuff.
Well done.
How to